Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back for round 2 for today, the last trading day of this current week. It is Friday today, and wow, high multiple stocks, high growth stocks have been selling off massively, absolutely massively. It's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride indeed. If you're holding any of the high multiple, high growth stocks, then I feel for you. I'm holding these as well. I'm holding C3.ai, I'm holding Palantir, I'm holding Tesla stock, holding BNGO, Nano Dimension, all of them. They're all in my portfolio, and it's bleeding. They're bleeding hard, and it was to be expected. You know, CPI, PPI came in very bad, so it's gonna be a rough time. We're gonna have to get through this. It makes me jealous of the people that bought the value stocks. You know, the big banks, consumer cyclicals, and man, it's a rough time. It's a rough time indeed. But we're going to be spending this rough time together. We're going to have a good time. The 10-year still is not going up that much. It's actually sitting at 1.3. So this should be very promising for the high multiple stocks. I don't think this is a bad sign. This is actually a very good sign for the high multiple stocks. We see that the Russell's down 0.8%. We see that the Dow Jones is down half a percentage point. The Nasdaq down 0.3. The S&P down 0.4. It's about time. The indices are sitting quite high, so no surprise there. But yeah, welcome back to the live stream, guys. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to spend this last live stream for this current week together. Let's remain positive. Let's remain optimistic here. Let me share the link to this current live stream. There we go. Fantastic. Alrighty. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday indeed. I mean, I think every Friday is a happy Friday. I mean, let's be really honest. It's going to be the weekend very soon. Also, I'm definitely going to have to go to the barber this weekend. This is getting quite ridiculous, I have to admit. Oh, well, it's kind of the routine that I've got in COVID, you know. When you don't really see anybody in COVID, you don't go to the barber. In fact, during COVID, the barbers were pretty much closed. So I used to go to the barber like every 3 weeks. Used to be my habit, every 3 weeks to 4 weeks. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Jin Lee, John Smith, Sam Koo, Jasper, Tanisha, Kwame Dang, J-Max, Beatrice, Mina Han, Streamico, Bonjo, Logan, Ghost, MC, Rocket Launcher, Waleed, Uz, Sasha. Let's see what we got here. Larry Summers, Juan Ramos, The Dark Play, Calicat. By the way, if I just named you, make sure you tap that like button right now. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get it going. Let's go. Smash the like. It would help the stream. It will help the channel. It will help your portfolio. Let's go. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, we got a boatload of people coming in here saying hi. I'm going to try to pronounce everybody's name right. Calicat, Bongo, The Person, Mark, Jesus, Hamza, Sammy Boy, Oliver, Commentator, Guarav, Najee Springs, Steve Berman, oh gosh, I'm so sorry for wrecking your name there. Silkrum Scuffed, Masras, Alan, Larry, Amadeus, X-Saint, Julio, Ronaldo, City View Systems. Welcome back, everybody. I want to welcome back everybody right here. It's just a tough day. It's a tough week. It's been a tough couple weeks. I know how everybody's feeling. I'm feeling the same way. But I've got a little bit of experience, I would say, below my belt. I have gone through this kind of stuff over and over and over. I've seen my portfolio drop 90% and then jump 200%. That's a bad thing. Do not leverage up like that. I know how it feels like when your portfolio is going down. You slightly feel a little... It's like the energy is being sucked out of you very briefly as you're not seeing your stocks play off. You're getting these doubts in your head. Am I going to see my stocks go up? Am I going to make money here? Or am I just an idiot that made a bad investment? I know how these feelings go. I know how it is like when your portfolio is red. And I also know the upside, right? I've seen my stocks go up significantly. I've seen my stocks go up rapidly, parabolically. Good examples back when we were looking at CCIV at 16. I mean, it went from 16 to 35 within like 2 weeks. You know, Tesla went from 400 to 900. There are many examples, but there's only one thing that you can do, and that is remaining calm and collected, trying to be relaxed in times of panic while everybody else is paper handing. We're just staying firm where we are. Also, this is not financial advice. Don't take it in as financial advice. This is just my opinion. This is my experience in trading, and it's been working so far. All I'm seeing right now, discounts all over the place. Discounts all over the freaking place. Okay, I'll start off. I bet most people already put their money in the markets. They don't have any money to be spared. I have some money left. I have to be honest. I've put a lot of my money already in the markets. I'm gonna have some money to deploy in the coming days, fairly soon. But right now, I would have to say, Virgin Galactic sitting at 30.2, sitting at a support, down a lot. It's oversold. I think it's oversold on several time frames. MACD's about to cross very soon. So $30, I think Virgin Galactic is now officially quite cheap after the fundamental catalysts that we had. We have NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is going to go down a little bit further, but I think before it does, it's going to bounce for the stock split. The stock split is going to be next week. I think at 7:30. We did expect it to go down. It went down. A lot of people were hating for me. They're hating at me for saying that Nvidia is going to go down. Lots of people thought it's going to go to $1,000. Well, that's not happening. It's going back to the lower 700s. And the short that I had on Nvidia would have made me a killing if I didn't get out of that short and actually buy C3.ai instead. But nevertheless, I think Nvidia will be bouncing for the stock split, very quickly bounce for the stock split, and then go down further. So that's currently what I'm seeing right now for NVIDIA. I think it's going to go down right after, right? So, but it's down roughly, let's see, it's down 12%. I am projecting it bouncing off, possibly get it back to the 750s, 760s, and then dropping again. I do think it's going to drop again because of the fact that, of course, this stock has been going up just rapidly since the announcement of the stock split. So that's what I'm thinking with the video. Let's take a look at AMD. I was a little bit bearish on AMD. There we go. AMD went down all the way. It's now at a trend line, so I'm going to have to move this bad boy right here. I think it will be bouncing back fairly soon. It's very oversold. We've got earnings coming up. Let me just remove this arrow. So yeah, AMD right now is sitting on a quite crucial trend line. It's sort of getting oversold right here. Let me check the 4 hours. 4 hours about to get oversold as well. Let me just push this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think it could hit 85, and then from 85 onwards, maybe bounce back to the 90s for earnings. Let's see the daily chart. Yeah, I think the daily chart is kind of showing that there could be a little bit more downside coming, which is quite concerning. A 104 billion market cap. They've got a lot of revenue. I'm going to be bold here. I'm going to say it's going to bottom out at 85. Bottom out at 85, rally to the $90 for earnings, and then either hit 90 and then sell off, or briefly breach over that. But that's what I'm thinking here for AMD. Let me just quickly take a look at the live chat. Oh, Gara, C3.ai kicks your... yeah, I mean, it's a slow runner. I have to. It's a slow runner. It will get up. I am pretty sure about it. It's just we're waiting for the sentiment around growth stocks to improve. And we had a massive bearish catalyst, which is the CPI and PPI coming in worse than expected. Way worse. I'm going to repeat it every single day, right? So that was a very, very important catalyst. If it wasn't for that, we would have seen high growth stocks actually perform quite good. Let's see. Currently just checking. Let's just check some other stocks here. But yeah, so we see C3.ai sitting at 50.5. I didn't expect it to go there. I'm going to be really honest. I thought it's going to be hitting the 50s. We would see a bit of a double bottom here. but that was prior to the CPI and PPI report. I thought that was going to be quite positive. I think many thought it was going to be positive and inflecting downwards, but that didn't happen. So that's why we have this extra leg downwards of about 12% to the downside. But yeah, I don't think any other negative catalysts are coming up. So I still think that C3 is sitting at a discount. And remember, I said the same thing. At 50. And the bad boy just went up all the way to the 76 for earnings. That was a 53% gain in C3.ai. Nobody talks about that, right? Nobody talks about the fact that it went from 50 to 75 because people like to focus on the negative. I benefited a lot from this rally, by the way. I sold some C3.ai, very small portions, to just use for other stocks. Now, I think it looks quite oversold. You can look at the RSI right here. Very oversold. Quite similar to what we had here, where it was oversold very briefly. I would say it's going to bottom out in no time. Next week is going to look relatively okay. The question is going to be, where is it going to bounce towards? I'm going to say at the current point, it seems like if it does bounce, and it's been, look at this. This is the weekly chart on C3.ai. It went down from the 170s, 180s, all the way down to where it's currently at the $50 level. The weekly chart, it is sitting way below the neutral. Not quite oversold yet on the weekly, but definitely at the lower end of most stocks that we cover on the RSI. And looking at the MACD, I mean, it could be worse, of course. You can see this right here. It could definitely get worse. But I don't think it's going to get a whole lot worse. I'm still going to say here that it's probably a very, very strong buying opportunity at $50. I think it's still, it was nice at 60, it's nice at 55, still nice at the 50s. I think it's going to go above 60 in no time, but we're just going to have to wait for that. My average on C3.ai right now is $69, so it's still quite a bit higher. It's right about here. So on the next rally that we will see throughout the month of August possibly, I think that will be that is going to be a great time for me. So yeah, it's looking quite cheap. I'm just gonna say back to the 60s within the next coming weeks. Let's see, Palantir. I mean, my whole thesis around Palantir hasn't quite changed yet. I still think it's really low. I think the market is kind of in sort of like a panic frenzy, selling off the high multiple stocks, including Palantir. And I'll just say that I see it just rallying back to 24 in the next coming 2 weeks quite easily. Especially if they come out with some contract. I mean, it does not matter what the market is doing. When they bring out a contract, it's just going to go up, right? So, yeah. These stocks right now, those are the ones that I'm currently focusing on. Of course, I'm also focusing on CCIV, one of the stocks that I've been talking about as well. CCIV right now sitting at 23. It's not going down. It's not going up. But I do think next week for the merger, you've got to watch the couple weeks prior to the merger because it's going to shoot upwards very rapidly. I'm quite sure of this. Lucid Motors is a big, popular company out there. There's a lot of people that want to be buying in. And I think the markets are stable enough. There's enough liquidity for CCIV to be shooting above 35 and possibly hitting 40. And I'm going to remain my stance on this stock here. And I do not think it's a scam. I don't think that the stock is going to stay at the same level. The only reason that CCIV is going to go down here is if the markets correct heavily next week. But even then, it's not going to go down much because of the merger. And also, if they delay the merger. So if they delay the merger, then yes, it's going to turn out pretty bloody for CCIV. But so long as they do not delay this merger, there is no way it's going to be sitting at $23. It's going to zoom upwards. It's going to go above 30. It's going to hit 35 and possibly higher. So that is my stance. I think it's very cheap right now. I think CCIV at 23, it's looking like a good buying opportunity for a swing trade for the next week when we have the actual merger. And so I also think DIDI stock, absolutely beautiful. It's going down today just because the Chinese government is investigating this company. You've got to understand, this stock is heavily undervalued. With a market cap of 59 billion, they have way larger revenues than its competitors. In fact, it has larger revenues than its competitors combined, and it's growing faster, and it has a monopoly in China. I mean, and then on top of that, that's like the cherry of the cake, their market cap is sitting way lower than the competitors. So the only reason why it's being discounted, the only reason why the market cap of this company, DIDI, is lower than the competitors, because it's a Chinese company and because the company is being cracked down on. And I think all of the negativity is priced in. There's only upside for this stock. Although, despite me saying that, I do think there's a chance that DIDI stock will be trading within a range until the bearish momentum wears off. And that means that until the Chinese government, until the CCP stops investigating, if that's going to be successful, then of course, as we get closer to that, success in the investigation, I think this stock is going to gradually climb and climb and climb, eventually reaching $16 to $18. I would rather say $18. I think it's still very, very cheap. It should at least be valued as much as Uber at this point, which is around $90 billion market cap, which could happen within the next couple months. My price target for this stock is going to be at least 20 to about 25 at the highest points, if we have the perfect circumstances for this stock until the end of the year. So I'm very, very excited about these stocks, and I've been buying every single dip the past couple weeks. I'm going to keep on buying every single dip, although I only have 5% of my portfolio in cash right now, so hopefully I'll be able to buy more at these lower prices. And of course Tesla. I mean, I think Tesla's going to be zooming back upwards above the 700s, mid 700s for earnings in the next 2 weeks. We'll see whether I'm going to be right here. I am pretty darn sure this is going to be correct. I think a lot of people are panic selling just based on the fact of the media just keep on spamming the news, the China FUD and the inflation FUD and everything. I think it's going to all be temporary, and when this subsides, when the inflation fears subside, when the China FUD subsides, we're going to see these stocks fly to the freaking moon. We have a $5 donation coming up. By the way, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. We're sitting at 69 likes. We've got 276 people watching. Let's get to 100 likes right now. I'm going to get to 100 likes right now, and I think we can get to 150 fairly quickly, so make sure you hit the like. It helps the channel, it helps the live stream. Let's get it going. Massras coming in with a $5 donation and says, my plan is sell CCIV next week, buy Tesla for earnings, then short Amazon or Apple after the spike in earnings. What are your thoughts? I don't like that. I personally will probably sell CCIV next week. I am not going to buy Tesla for earnings because I think next week it's probably going to spike above 700. So I don't think you're going to have a lot of time to be buying Tesla with your CCIV gains. You're going to be too late for that. Probably too late. Because I think whenever it does go above 700, it's going to come back right after. Shorting Amazon, or I do not think it's a good idea to be shorting big tech, especially with the corona fears right now. I think it's a very bad idea. But we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be taking a look at the technicals. We'll see what happens, right? Lucid Trading, Netflix announces gaming on their streaming platform, and they've been in close ties with OTGLY. Potential upcoming merger. I do not think there's going to be a merger. What I do think could be OTGLY benefiting massively from Netflix. I think Netflix itself, I mean, they need a new market to be expanding towards. The thing with Netflix is that their customers, they're reaching levels with their customers, like they're getting close to maxing out, and the problem is getting more and more expensive to be keeping certain names on their platform, and that is becoming quite problematic. You can see the slow growth in their customers, and so they need a new market. And so long as they don't have a new market, they're kind of screwed. So we're waiting for Netflix to enter a new market, to expand in it, and then I would say it's going to be bullish. But so far, I mean, from what I've seen, the only reason Netflix is going up is because it's part in the major indices, and the indices are going up, which is simultaneously pushing up Netflix higher. But I do not like Netflix right now. I'm waiting for Netflix to enter a new market, but they haven't convinced me yet. I mean, at this point, at the pace it's currently going, I think Netflix is going to become like a value stock at some point. Like, they're going to lose their, they don't really have that much growth. All right, we're about to hit 100 likes, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's go. Also, let me know in the live chat which stocks you want me to take a look at, and I'll possibly look at your stock very briefly. Let me take a look at these chats right here. Let's see. CCIV, please. CCIV. Can you check Carnival? Tesla's earnings might be lower due to the supply shortage. I don't think so. No way. They already went through that supply shortage. I don't think it's going to be lower. Could you do an analysis on Tiger, CCIV? Thank you. I think CCIV with 100% postpone merger if the market looks bloody. I don't think they're going to postpone the merger if it's bloody. No freaking way. No, it's not that demand is high, but the capability to supply has been bad. I think earnings is going to be better because they had price hikes. It could be way better than what people are expecting. Maria says, so bought 100 CCIV. I think CCIV at this point looks quite good. But yeah, keep in mind, do your own due diligence. And don't sue me, bro. Like Meet Kevin always says. It always flies during earnings. Couple hundreds for Amazon, and Apple goes crazy high, then shorted immediately because sell of the day later. Tesla may be too high. Gara, NLC is moving 6.5%. No freaking way. I actually forgot to be... I forgot to buy Netlist. Yeah, it's so bad. I wanted to buy Netlist today. I forgot to do it, but... oh well. Good evening, Gara. Good evening to everybody. I think it's afternoon for a lot of people. Probably morning for some. I think probably afternoon for most people. But yeah, good evening. Good afternoon for everybody out there. Why wouldn't Netflix try to obtain a high-end developer? They need a flagship title, and the Witcher series is their most popular on the platform. OTGL also needs money. Maybe. I mean, OTGLY... relative to their market cap, I mean, OTGLY is fairly small, so they could possibly buy them out. I hope they do. That would really benefit OTGLY. Hey, Gara, here at home. Love your streams. Me, my wife, and the triplets. Amazing kids. You are. Greetings from the amazing Algarve. Thank you for that wonderful comment. Cheers. Carnival. I think you want to take a look at Carnival right now. Carnival. Oh, Carnival Corp. Yeah, I was expecting a bit of a bounce. That did not ever happen. Carnival Corp ever since has been just dropping. Hold up. And it looks pretty bad. This looks really bad. I've got a feeling that there's some fundamental things happening to this company, because it's dropping really fast, like day after day after day after day. Why is it dropping so fast? Oh yeah, nevertheless, I mean... so see if we can get some Fibonacci supports here. Let's retrace this bad boy. Yeah, it looks like it might actually come down even lower. To $20. So that's kind of where it's heading. $20, and then bottom out. It's going to bottom out properly. I think right after, just zoom back upwards to probably around 22 short term. I do think it's about to be bottoming out very soon, Carnival. I think it's been going down a lot. I mean, it's one of those... well, the thing is, these companies, right, the COVID stocks, they're also at risk of just going bankrupt. So I think that's also one of the things that's kind of at these companies' throats. Wow, holy moly, look at this. I'm going to delete this right now. That's embarrassing. It's going much slower than I expected. Would you look at this? This is insane. So Virgin Galactic, it shot up all the way to $61, right? Then it went down 29, and down 24, and now it's down 45%. So 45% to the downside. So people were perfectly willing to buy the stock at the 50s, at the 60s, at the 40s. Now it's sitting at 30. And people are not willing to buy this stock. See, this is why I make money when I'm trading, because this kind of stuff keeps happening over and over again. People buy the stock at 16.50, and then they complain at me, "Oh my god, I lost money on Virgin Galactic." Do not buy a stock when it's at all-time highs. Almost like 9 out of 10 times, it does not work well. So this is why I buy stocks when they're down. All right, so I've been buying this stock just back to back, right? It's now sitting at 30.15. It could drop a little further. You know, it does look like there's a bit of a support right at the $28. So, yeah, Virgin Galactic, bit of a falling knife right now, but I think we should be able to... yeah, it's also hitting the 200-day moving average, right? So we're hitting several supports. We see, historically speaking, Virgin Galactic reacts quite swiftly to the 200-day moving average, which is this dark blue line. And so whenever it gets close to this line... Hold up. I think my camera's a little bit too dark. I think I probably fixed that. All right, cool. All right, so with Virgin Galactic, like I just said, the thing is, it's hitting this support, and I want to stress this several times. So once, twice, and then the third time it breached below it, right? We're at the first time that it's touching the 200-day moving average. But look at this. There's a history of Virgin Galactic staying at that 200-day moving average and using it as support. So, and it's a $30 the $30 tag. That's a psychological number, right? It's a round number, $30. Keep in mind, several fundamental catalysts are past us now. We have the FAA approval. We also have Richard Branson that was sent to space, to freaking space. This is pretty much establishing Virgin Galactic as a commercial space-faring company. And this was not the case previously. Previously, people thought this was a meme stock, that this was a fraud, that this was a scam. Well, guess what? They sent Richard Branson to freaking space, and they're going to be selling these tickets for $500,000 each. There are thousands of millionaires out there that would be interested in going to space for a brief moment for $500,000. And so I think this is definitely going to be bouncing fairly quickly and very, very fast and in a large amount, because it's also the only company that you can invest in as a retail trader. It's the only public space commercial faring company, and so that's just, I think that is a wonderful thing, and that's what I want to personally be investing in. And it's sitting at a cheap price, sitting technical supports, and recently we had bullish catalysts, and sentiment is going to be improving over the coming months among the high growth stocks. And it's already down like what, 50%? So yeah, I'm just going to wait for the rebound. You know, I'm pretty much down on Virgin Galactic, right? So I'm down a couple percentage points. But that's no problem. I have the time to wait. I've got some patience. I think this bad boy could come back up quite quickly. Not only is it close to the 200-day moving average, it's also close to the 50-day moving average on the weekly chart. So there are several levels where it could bounce off from. I am telling you, it's going to bounce. The lowest it's going to go to is 28. And I think when it does bounce, it's going to bounce 20 to 30%. That would basically bring it right back to the $35 to $40 range, which is just splendid. All right, let's see. What business do we have in space? Well, the thing is, it's like air travel. It's like people want to go to space, right? So the first planes that went, those were planes. Those were the people that went into these planes. They didn't necessarily want to get from A to B. They wanted to go to freaking. They wanted to fly. They had money and they wanted to fly. Then after that, it was like, okay, we can use these planes to go from A to B. It's pretty darn nice. So that's currently what I'm thinking right now. I think the opportunities with space is just boundless, right? Because space is boundless. There's no limit there, right? So the sky is the limit, no more. Space, that's where we're heading. Maybe hyping it up too much. But I would hype Virgin Galactic at $30, at $28, at $25 because it's a good deal. It's a bad deal at 60. It's a bad deal at 50. It's a bad deal at 40. But at 30 and below that, it's a great deal. While interest rates are low. That's the key word. If interest rates go up, it's a very bad deal. But right now, we see that the 10-year is down with the Federal Reserve is printing money like crazy. And the the interest rates, are pretty low. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Virgin Galactic. One moment, I'm just gonna quickly put the. I think I forgot the PayPal again in the live chat. Let me just quickly, just so that people know. I'm also gonna be. I think I made a mistake here. Hold up. There we go. If I can pin this down. Yeah, I just recently said which stocks you want me to take a look at. Let me just quickly take a look at what's happening here. Carnival Core, we already covered that. CCIV, lots of CCIV. Seeing lots of NVIDIA, Skills, Virgin Galactic, which we just covered, QuantumScape, BNGO, mRNA, NVIDIA, Netlist, SoFi. Yeah, SoFi, CCIV, QuantumScape, pretty much. Did I just zoom in? Oh, weird. All right, let's. It's time to create a poll. Where do you think Virgin Galactic is heading next week? Let me just start off with the higher numbers. Right. All right, so I made a poll. It says, where do you think Virgin Galactic is heading next week? And we've got several options. You can say $40, $35, $30, and $25. And so far, it seems like 53% of people think Virgin Galactic is going to 25. I've got this really nice song on right now. It's really cool. Salt. It's literally called Salt. Ava Max. Sounds pretty good. I bet it's popular in music. Pop songs. I'm a lot. What did she say? I am all out of salt. That's what she says. That's what the singer says. I'm all out of margin. That's somebody should make like a parody song of that. Anyway, oh yeah, the Russell's still negative. I said it was gonna bounce. It did bounce, but it sold off right after instantly, which was kind of it was really painful to watch. The Dow Jones down 0.7%. Dow Jones falling hard. Look at that. The Dow Jones is falling hard on the Russell. Damn. ARK is actually positive. Look at that ARK. ARK is positive. Remember, we said it was going to go down after the 130s. Guess what's happening right now? So ARK is going down. Yeah, but we also said it's going to go to... So back when it was sitting at 97 or something, I remember saying this very vividly. It's going to go towards that 130. And then it's going to sell off. Voila. Let's see. The Russell... Oh, the Nasdaq, yeah. So the Nasdaq slightly down. I mean, how is the Nasdaq going to go down when there are corona fears, when there's inflation? I don't think the Nasdaq is going to go down a lot. And we have earnings coming up as well. So we've got several bullish catalysts that is pushing the Nasdaq higher. So that's, yeah, what can you do about that? But I do think that whenever the Nasdaq comes down, we're going to see a gradual trickling down from the Nasdaq. From the Nasdaq to the small caps, small tech, high multiple tech. Let's see. I decided to sell all my CCV and wait until there's a positive market. I think next week CCV is going to jump. Challenge yourself and do THCV. No. The bought space at 18, 30, 45, and today at 32. Going to that at 28 and lower 20s. I don't think it's going to go to the lower 20s, but that's just my opinion. What do you think about GGPI? I think GGPI is amazing, but I cannot get myself some shares for some reason. So that's kind of unfortunately. Song by Gara. Gara, did you say you're coming to the UK? Yeah, I am probably going to the UK in September. If the lockdown, if there's no lockdown, right? If traveling is going to be allowed. We'll be going there for like a weekend, so don't even worry about that. Like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Russell's trying to make a higher low from yesterday. Yeah, we're seeing that happen right now. By the way, we have 15 minutes until power hour, and we're getting pretty darn close to the 150 likes. So smash a like. Also, I'm checking the poll right now. 48% of people think Virgin Galactic is heading to the $25 next week. A lot of people are very bearish on Virgin Galactic, I see. As half of the people saying it's going to go to 25. There are probably some people that are thinking it's going to go much lower than 25. So 19% says 30, 15% says 35, and we have 18% or 19% sitting at 40. So only roughly 30% of people think that Virgin Galactic is going to go above the current price tag. Interesting. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Like like we have to back up a little bit, right? So remember, I remember polling this exact question back when Virgin Galactic was at 30 or 40, and I said, hey, where do you guys think Virgin Galactic is going? So like the majority of people said it was going to go to 60, and it did go to 60 to be fair, but it was like 80 to 90%. So it's not at 60 anymore. It's way below that right now. So you would have been only right for one single day, and it dropped to like 40. I think Virgin Galactic is going to go up next week. Oh, it might go down slightly further, but I don't think I don't think Virgin Galactic is going to go down a whole lot more. When everybody starts becoming bearish, I think usually the opposite happens. In terms of like us retail traders. Oh, I'm going to have to drink some water. This song is popular among TikTokers. Let me check. Let me put it on again, actually. Hey, Gara, on the next rally, can you see C3.ai run to maybe 70? It's going to go way higher than 70. They have to get one contract that is good. One good contract, and they'll run above 70 easily. So far, we've been out of luck, but we'll see. Looks like DIDI's heading up again, Gara. Let me take a look at DIDI. Yeah, DIDI is heading up slightly. That is a trend line. I see a trend line. Wow. Did I delete everything? It's likely trading between these ranges for now. Oh, there we go. Right. Virgin Galactic can go to 15. No, I don't think so. That was a one-time experience. That was a one-time experience because of the flight that kept on getting delayed and everything. It's never going to happen again. Unless the market crashes. Cardano to the moon. I hope so. Gara, what happened to the green shirt? I have no green shirt. Gara, worst case scenario for Tesla, 420. Worst case scenario for Tesla is $200. During a market crash. During a proper market crash. It could go all the way to $200. But I don't think it's going to happen, though. So, despite it being like a worst case, I just don't see that happening. Gara, can you check Peloton and Z? Loser Trading, Gara, do you think that CCIV is going to act like Virgin Galactic a couple of months ago when it first dropped before the event and then started to skyrocket? If it does, then yeah. If it doesn't, then no. So like if okay, I get what you mean because it was a merger for Virgin Galactic as well, right? Let me check. I don't know where the event was actually. Oops. Was this the merger? I have no idea. I think you mean this, right? This could have possibly been the merger. Maybe January 2020. I'm gonna have to look it up right now. Oops. In October 2019, Virgin Galactic merged with the venture capitalist SPAC Social Capital Hida Sophia. So October 2019, it was way before that. So right here. Right. Huh. But why can I not see the what I want to see is what happened before this. Although I mean it's fairly obvious that it pretty much traded pretty low. Then it dropped as well. 40% right after. I don't think it's the same. The reason I do not think it's the same is because Virgin Galactic didn't have any plans of getting revenue. Meanwhile, Lucid Motors is creating vehicles right now. They're in production, and they're going to be selling vehicles throughout the year. Next year, they're going to be scaling up, and every single year, they're going to be scaling up more and more. So there's a big difference between the SPACs, between these two. So, yeah. It's a little different, just a little bit. I mean, they're both SPAC mergers. I mean, both SPAC mergers, but still, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to behave the same way. Let me check. AAL, American Airlines, probably gonna bounce soon. There was a ticker change, yeah. Sir, what do you think about ARVL? If you call me sir, then I'll look at your stock. Arrival. Oh, darn it, I really hate it when my AirPods just randomly die off. I was listening to some good-ass music. Yeah, we said it was going to go down. It did go down. It do go down. 13.5. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. So long as the fundamentals are still good. This bad boy looks pretty interesting. Consumer durables, motor vehicles. It's just pretty much not like the cheapest price that we're getting it at. I mean, let's be honest. Did we see the SPAC merger already? Or Arrival SA engages in manufacturing electric vehicles and produces commercial electric vehicle vans and buses. The firm's customers include the transportation, e-commerce, and logistics industries. Okay, interesting. So, why is it so oversold? It is really oversold. I mean, they don't have any revenue, and that could be one of the reasons. They don't burn a lot of money, though. I mean, I have to say, they're not burning tons of money. So this is looking like an opportunity still. And we have earnings coming up in the middle of August. I think the lowest it's going to go is probably where it recently went, 12.8. I think it's going to be rallying pretty quickly. I think it could possibly rally back to like, I mean, looking at it right now, I'm going to assume it could rally back to maybe even, let's see if we can check this out. I'm going to say $17, right? Let's be very modest here. We don't know how the market's going to be like. Roughly 17 for earnings. We'll see what happens afterwards. The next level it's going to go to is the $20, which is a gap fill. But yeah, it's oversold. I mean, many stocks, very oversold, highly discounted. So long as this is not like a market correction where we see everything go down tons, this is just going to be like a amazing dip. You don't like when we call you sir. I didn't say that. I said, hold up. I said, if you call me sir, I would respond a little bit better. Lucid has been delaying his production. It'll be fine. Gara, we'll see if it still hit the $40. 40 is going to be difficult. I think definitely 35. 40 will be difficult, I think. Fairly difficult, due to the fact that CPI was a lot higher. And so they have to discount the stock a little bit because of the... well, they're kind of thinking about it. They're thinking ahead, right? So if CPI is coming in hotter, which basically could mean that interest rates are going to go up earlier, the 10-year could shoot up in the near term. These things do not bode well for SPACs. And it's still SPAC until it merges, and then it's a high multiple stock. So in both ways, it's not going to bode so well. Yeah, so we got the value stocks that are just going up back to back right now. You can see how in March we had a company like Procter and Gamble sitting at like $118, now sitting at about $140, up 15%. Verizon, same story. I mean, it's up 7.5%. At some point, up 15% here. So the value stocks have been doing relatively good, especially Coca-Cola. Even with the fiasco of Cristiano Ronaldo, pushing the Coke bottle aside, or the Coke, I think it was a Coke bottle, right? So yeah, I mean, Coca-Cola since January it's been going up 20%. Since March, it's up 13.5%. Looks like it's going to keep on moving upwards for the dividends. Well, I'm not so sure about that. But it's definitely getting close to hitting all-time highs, if anything. Yep. What's their market cap? $243 billion with a dividend rate of 3%. Annual revenues are actually coming down, interestingly enough. Although profits are going up, so that's the thing, too, that we're seeing. Since 2018, yeah, so went up 60% right there. Let's see what's happening with the financials. All going down consistently, which is quite an interesting phenomenon. Probably has to do with the fact that we just had earnings for many of these bank stocks. And, well, I mean, while earnings were probably good, the run that we have seen recently pretty much priced in everything. And with the 10-year going down the way it is, that is generally not a good sign for the banks. And so I think that is the reason why they're going down, despite... and then, we also have the Dow Jones going downwards, right? So it's also having an influence. 3 minutes until power hour. Let's hope that we will see some of these growth stocks and high multiple stocks rally a little bit here prior to the week ending. I mean, we could see potentially hedge funds swooping in and buying all these growth stocks for a cheaper price. I've seen this happen before. Maybe it could happen again. 3 minutes until power hour. Make sure you smash that like button, especially if you're holding a growth or tech stocks. One of the growth and tech stocks that are in this list, including Tesla, CCIV, DIDI, Palantir, and all of the rest of the stocks. I mean, my portfolio is just melting under the sun at the moment, but it's okay. There are better times coming, Yeah, it's definitely melting. Oopsie daisy. It's rather similar to what we saw in February, March. I just don't think it's going to be as severe as what we saw back then. And usually when I say that my portfolio is looking problematic, it's looking problematic in the sense that I had tons of profits. Now these profits are like slowly melting downwards because of the fact that I didn't sell. I'm not going to be selling because there's way more upside coming. What's a good stock for the next month? Probably DIDI stock. I think DIDI is pretty good for the next months. Somebody's asking, are you back home? Yeah, I am back home. And it is power hour, I believe, in any moment now. Let me just quickly fix this. Whew. One sec. I'm moving in about 2 weeks. Yeah, we go. Okay, so it is officially power hour. Let's go. Power hour transmission. All right. See what power hour got for us here. Could get interesting. I mean, it is. If people think next week is going to be a bullish week, then I would expect a rapid increase in these stocks, probably in the last minutes of today. Wow, this is insane. Look at the video. 727. You need an animation for power hour. I mean, we do have an animation for power hour. I mean, we do. Which part of the UK are you visiting? I'm going to London. A friend of mine lives there. Yeah, we do have an animation for power hour. I mean, that is the animation. Pretty fast. I mean, if you didn't catch it, let me repeat it. There we go. And it's, we've got 59 minutes of power hour. I think it could be quite promising. Did you sell Virgin Galactic? No, I'm holding on. I think it's going to go up probably next week and the week after. Are you moving to Vegas? No, I'm actually, I'm not moving to Vegas. I'm going to be sitting in my hometown, but I'll be getting a new apartment. Which is, it's going to help out a lot. Because I hate living at home. Oh, one sec. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, SPY's tanking. Everything is tanking. I mean, the Russell is tanking especially. Which is weird, though. I think it's kind of weird. The Russell has been hit the hardest. I mean, we did see it go up the most, though, for a time period. Look at this. It went up 50%. And that's not even from the bottom. I mean, the Russell went up... it went up like 140% from the bottom to the top. Let's see how much the Nasdaq went up. 120%. And we have the Dow Jones. Went up 90%. And the S&P, almost 100%. So I think in some sense, maybe it does make sense that the Russell's a little bit more volatile than the other indices. It's more volatile than the Nasdaq, right? So that tells you something, right? I mean, especially given the fact that it was. Imagine that you bought like a couple contracts on the Russell at around $1,000. That would have instantly made you a millionaire. But that's just hindsight, right? But the thing is, it's like fairly recent, just a year ago, a year and a couple months. He said CCIV 30 this week, might be 20 soon. He said C3 70 this week, might be 49 soon. Look, wake up, everything's coming down. Monday is going to be bloody. I'm not so sure about that. Come visit South Africa. I think I'll probably go to South Africa one day. It's going to be awesome. Look at SPY. What's happening with the SPY? I know that the S&P is just dropping fast now. It does make sense. I mean, look at the MACD. Just crossing down now on the daily chart. That looks hella bearish. RSI heading down very fast. Next support range is going to be around 4,320. I'm not so sure if it's going to hold it, but we'll see. I mean, most growth stocks already went down, so this is the turn for the value stocks to be taking a bit of a hit here. Looks pretty bearish to me, honestly. Little bearish. C3 still sitting at 50.2. Palantir 21.3. We're seeing a bit of a sign of recovery. AKA it's not dropping lower than the previous day. Not yet, at least. I mean, yesterday it went to the 21. I think it went to 20.9 or something. Let's take a look here. So Palantir dropped a little bit lower yesterday. 20.9. One moment. The Russell's down 1.1% again. And that is in total. So if we take a look at how much it's down in total from the all-time high, it is down 9.1%. We just use the Fibonacci retracement. Do you see that? It's holding. It's literally on the Fibonacci retracement. It is on that level. That is just hilarious. Yeah, we could draw several ones, just in case. Yeah, this is his support range. This is also why I thought it was going to bounce. And it did bounce. But it didn't hold up. Market is still bearish. Still all of this. It's about to drop. $20 about to come for Palantir. I don't know. I don't think so. What's happening here? Acer can Tesla price right before? I think the Tesla is gonna go probably around 750, 770 in between that range for earnings. Hopefully stocks go up next week just in time for earnings. Then we sell because of the Delta variant will ravage the market, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be ravaging the market as people are thinking it's going to be doing. It is good the value goes up all the time. All-time highs and growth lower because when the shit. Yeah, I think when there is going to be a downturn caused by COVID, what instantaneously happens is that the money goes from value back to other stocks. And so value stocks right now are loaded. They're loaded. They're sitting at all-time highs and beyond. Do you think Nvidia will keep falling on Monday to the 700s? I think after the merger, like a couple days after, it will probably bottom out at the upper 600s ish. Please check SoFi. My gosh, it's getting worse. Look at this. What is happening, eh? Interesting. I mean, the 10-year is just back-to-back negative. Yeah, we're seeing these stocks just go down and down and down. Well, it could also have to do with the fact that, you know, money is going to the bond market and it's not getting into stocks. Could be the case. So far, so good. AMC is falling again. AI sitting at 50.3. PLTR 21.3. We see Virgin Galactic going up slightly. Looks like people are starting to buy the dip now. The MACD seems like it is about to cross. And we have the RSI quite oversold. Yeah, daily chart is indicating that there could still be more downside coming. I think the phone is ringing right now. I'm gonna have to pick it up 1 second. All right. Yeah, I really like this. Just the fact that it's like right at the 200-day moving average. I mean, it could bounce like all the way back. I mean, last time what we saw with Virgin Galactic is when it hit the 200-day moving average. I mean, it went a little bit below it. Then it shot up 37%. And it shot up 15% right there. And it's not the first time it did this. You can see right here, it did the same thing right there. Shot up 100%. And another, yeah, 57% right there. So things are not looking as bad as they seem for a lot of these stocks. This might be the worst since the February crash. I think it is, but it's not worse. It's not going to be worse than what we saw in February. Let's see. Hello, Gara. Do you think we have a red day because today of Yellen's statements about inflation staying high for a little while? Yes. Yeah, it's throwing investors off. It's putting investors back into value. And especially, you've got to think about it this way as well. These hedge funds, these institutional investors, they have customers, right? So they have people that will call them up every now and then and be like, "Hey, Janet Yellen just said that there's going to be a lot of inflation. How does the portfolio look like?" And they have to reply, "Oh, well, we have these and these value stocks to protect ourselves against inflation." And so that is what's happening back and forth. We have these hedge funds selling off their growth stocks, their risky stocks, to get back into value whenever things like higher CPI happens and whatever higher PPI happens. And then Janet Yellen saying stuff like that, it throws off a lot of investors. So that definitely has impact. Oh, 1 moment. I like your style, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. I like you as well. Gara, can you check plug power? Do I want to look at plug right now? I mean, plug is probably going downwards at the moment. By the way, guys, if you have not joined the Discord yet, I'm gonna just quickly link you. I forget to do this as well, but the Discord community link is in the live chat if you want to join. Plug power. I mean, plug has no revenue, dude. Like, I don't think they have revenue, right? I think they don't have any. Oh, they do. They do have revenue. So Q4, they lost money? I think there's a little bit more downside coming. A little bit of a dump to the downside before it goes up. Yeah, it's below this Fibonacci level, the 0.786. And if I take a look at this, I think it's going to pull back to around 25. Probably. And then bottom out around 25. And we have earnings coming up, so that should aid the stock. Usually we see positive sentiment kick in for that. I think then probably rally to around 28, 29 for plug power. Thoughts on Wish? Can we check when? Gara, talk about CCIV. All I want to say about CCIV is that it's probably going to skyrocket next week, regardless of what we're seeing right now. Regardless of all this negativity that we've been seeing across the market, and I repeat, it is across the market. It's not just CCIV that's going down. I think next week we're going to see a massive surge in the stock. Thoughts on Moderna joining the S&P 500 on the 21st of July? Is that going to be the Moderna? The Baba Boy. Oh, wow. It's up 9.4%. Yeah, that's definitely going to join the S&P if that's the case. I mean, usually a stock doesn't just jump like that randomly. I mean, look at this. It went from 150 to like 283. 115 billion market cap. It looks like it's going to sell off probably, like right after it joins. Palantir, no volume. Yeah, everything is just staying low, right? Institutions are saying, "Hey, I'm not going to buy." That's what we're seeing right now. Institutions are saying, "Hey, I do not care. I'm not going to buy the dip. Nothing." Same for retail. We're seeing this across the board. Across the freaking board. Although with Virgin Galactic it's still high volume, but it's descending down. I think next week will be a lot more promising. Love you, man. The only guy not doubting CCIV. I am not doubting it. No, I'm not. Oops. Wish. Yeah, we did expect Wish to be going down and bottoming out. Went a little bit lower due to the fact that we had horrible CPI and PPI. But yeah, I think it's going to rebound as well, probably around $9. So I think it's going to consolidate in this zone at the 9 and probably go back up to... Honestly, I can't say a whole lot about Wish right now because they... It's just really weird. They're growing really fast. They've got tons of revenue. Yet the stock is sitting really low. I think it's... Didn't they have like fraud allegations? I think they do. Yeah, I think they have... I think they're actually... There are some lawsuits going on with Wish, right? If somebody could confirm that in the chat. I think there is some lawsuits going on with Wish, and that is the reason why it's sitting at the 9.3. Because it should be way higher. I mean, they've got a lot of revenue and a very high growth rate as well. And they're... I mean, everybody knows about this company, right? You said that about today. I mean, a lot happens in a day, right? We had Janet Yellen suddenly coming out and being like, hey, inflation is going to spike. Well, if Janet Yellen does that, of course we're going to see the market react to that. That was after the market closed yesterday, by the way. She started talking about inflation spiking and everything. See, it's been rather uncertain the past couple days. The EVXY. Let's just check the VIX. The VIX is barely spiking. It is still looking quite good. I think it's looking fairly good. We got a €12 donation from Call Matt Dang. And Matt says, let me check. Thanks for the great works. CCIV next week, buddy. I think it's going to be awesome. I think there's two scenarios. It either goes up for the merger or it merges and then it goes up right after. So there's two scenarios there. The scenario where it stays flat for the merger would be the scenario where the stock market is staying flat or going down. So if the stock market heads down, it's not going to be that exciting for the merger itself, but it's going to be a lot more exciting after the merger. But I do think it's a good chance it's going to shoot upwards right before the merger, or right on the merger, right? Just right before the merger, it should be able to shoot up big time. But yeah, keep that in mind, given that the indices are like sitting incredibly high. Let's see. DIDI stock sitting at 11.9, still looking very attractive. Big tech, as we speak, going downwards. That is, carrying the Nasdaq to the downside as well. We have the Russell down 1%, the Dow Jones down 0.7%, with the S&P down 0.57. So overall negative markets, and I think high growth stocks have already felt the brunt of it. I think what's coming next, especially look at this, Nvidia going down like this. So the small cap stocks initially went down, and now stocks like Nvidia are going down. Stocks like Tesla are going down, AMD, and we're seeing across the board now big tech is starting to come down. We're also seeing value stocks slowly heading down. And so what I think is going to happen is we're going to see this reshuffling of capital, and I think this capital is going to be put into high multiple stocks in the course of the coming weeks. It's going to trickle down, especially with earnings coming up. There's going to be a lot of momentum. So I think it's going to be quite promising. But yeah, of course, inflation is still going to be high, and that is not going to be very beneficial here. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I muted myself for a second there. There was this kid screaming outside. It was really annoying. So what I want to say is that the people are afraid of Janet Yellen because Janet Yellen has power. She knows people, right? She could actually act on the fact that inflation is higher. It's like the same way. It's like, imagine the Federal Reserve coming out one day and just saying, "Hey guys, the stock market is overvalued." Well, they could actually raise rates that day, and the stock market would come down. So this is why people are fearful when a person like Janet Yellen or Jerome Powell says something bearish like that. It doesn't calm the psyches of traders and investors. It's almost intentional. It's like, hey, we have some inflation. That's not her job. Yeah, it is not her job, but she's gonna still say stuff. I think what's happening is like Jerome Powell is not taking the negativity, and it's like anything that's negative is being said by Janet Yellen so far. Jerome Powell has been very calm, very soothing, and very positive and optimistic. It's just Janet Yellen every single time. There is inflation. It's gonna be rapid, and geez, like. I completely understand that investors would be like selling out of stocks after what she said. All right, let's see. One moment, hold up. Let me take a look at the oof. Yeah, we got about 24 minutes left until the market is going to close here. 24 minutes. I'm going to have to really position myself better here with this chair. Okay, I think the mic should be a little bit more louder. Nice. Oh, this is so much better. This is so much better. Yeah, I just positioned myself a little, just a little bit here. Now I can actually have my back straight instead of just going forward all the time. I make that mistake often. I don't know if you guys have that problem where you sometimes it looks like this, right? So it looks like this. But this is the best posture, right? So just trying to get that going more often because it's been killing my back. Ooh. Yellen is ruining everyone's life, trying to make everyone... Oh my gosh, come on, guys. I think Yellen is just doing her job. She's kind of like the scapegoat, honestly. The price action for Tesla reminds me of 2019. Nah, this is nothing compared to, like, what we saw in 2019. I mean, 2019 was horrible. It was absolutely horrible for Tesla. It was great if you were an investor. You could have gotten, like, some cheap-ass... Shares of Tesla were really cheap. Yeah, you could get, like... I think at some point, Tesla shares were, like, $30 per share. Probably, right around there. It was crazy. Alibaba, please. Pub M making a good run. Yellen is a crook. She's getting paid. She is getting paid millions. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Let's see if I can get Alibaba on the screen. So weak. Yeah, I mean, I've said in the past it's going to bounce from the 200s. It's still trending down. I mean, the daily still looks pretty good. It could still bounce all the way back up to 240. Yeah, the next goal would be around 230 first, though, but... And if you take a look at their weekly, especially the weekly MACD, looks like we could see a bit of a run to the upside spike for earnings. I'm still very bullish on Alibaba. Market is going to go up 250% next week. I don't think so. More like 2.5%. If we're lucky. Is that your mic making that noise? I mean, what noise? This is probably the single largest downturn that we've had with Virgin Galactic on a weekly basis. Can we confirm this? A 40% drop in 1 week. This is... Yeah, this is the largest drop that we've ever seen with Virgin Galactic in a single week. Pretty sure about that. That is insane. 40% in 1 week. Yep. Let's check the daily chart. That is insane. I don't think Virgin Galactic is a meme stock anymore. I don't think so. I think one of the main reasons is down is probably due to the fact that the share dilution, the $500 million that they collected. We've got about 30 minutes left, by the way. Make sure you tap that like. Let's go. And let's check Neo right now, because I think Neo could be looking interesting. It looks like we could maybe see a little bit more downside, to be honest. I said it would bottom out in the lower 40s, you know. I don't think it's going to go below 40, though. It's now sitting at the 100-day moving average. That's that blue line you can see right here. Maybe hit 40? I mean, the weekly is crossing downwards as well now. It's right at the... Let's see. It's below the 20-day moving average. Next is going to be the 50-day, sitting quite lower. We have the 200-day moving average on the daily at the 39, roughly 39.40. Alright, so my suspicion is we're going to see it drop in between 40.3 and 41.7. Just a tiny tad further. And the reason I'm thinking this is due to the fact that usually when it gets oversold like this, it doesn't stay, it goes further down. It doesn't just stop right there. It usually goes further down. And it makes perfect sense because it's not holding up at the 100-day moving average. It's sitting below it right now, and it looks like it could go a little bit further. So I'm going to say down more. I was a little too bullish there, but down a little bit more. Let's say just 41. Then just jump back to the upper 40s until the end of the month. Because we do have deliveries coming up at the end of the month. So that's what I'll be saying here. I mean, it's still looking good. Even at 42.6. If it goes to 41 or 40, I think it's looking even better. Their fundamentals are improving. Supply issues are not really a big problem anymore. I think NEO's going to do just fine. Is that your AC humming noise? Oh, there we go. It's probably because I made the mic a little louder. Let me just put that back a little bit. All right, so this should work. That humming noise is probably my laptop. If you hear any kind of humming noise. I think it's also because my mic is usually quite low, and if I up my mic, you suddenly hear more of my surroundings, which is I think there's no direct fix to that. The market makers are going to try to mess up with the calls today. And then when retail buys puts, they're going to stop shorting. Oh yeah, that is definitely happening. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the case right now. Oh. Let me take a look here. So I've got a poll coming up for you guys. Do you have calls expiring out the money today? Oh wow, look at that, Amazon. Sitting at 3,580. Down. Facebook down. Apple. Look how Apple went up. Holy moly. That is insane. %22% from the 120s. That is crazy. That is absolutely nutty for a big tech company to be going up like this. I mean, expect Apple to fall back unless they have like some insane earnings. But I would probably say it's going to fall back a bit. Looks like it might fall back to the 138, maybe 140s. Although it could pull back up a little further just before earnings. Okay, so 17% of people says they have got calls expiring out of the money today. That's still a lot of people. That's in my opinion a lot of people that have calls that are expiring out of money today. That's a lot. Oh wow, what's everyone doing this weekend? Some people said crying. Oh, come on guys. Come on, man. So 20% of people say that they have calls that are expiring out the money. That's the market makers for you, eh? I hear a hum. Oh yeah, you might be hearing a hum because I also put my laptop a little bit closer to my mic. I think I should probably put it a bit backwards. Oh yeah, let's get to 200 likes. That would be really cool. Tap the like. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you do. You can hit the subscribe button anytime, and then you can hit that notification bell. But I would love it if you would subscribe because I'm live every single day that the market's going to be open. So we're live 2 times a day. 2 times a day we're live. So cheers. What did I want to cover? Nothing in specific right here. Yeah, so what is that's a good question, right? So what is everybody doing for the weekend? What is everybody doing for the weekend? We got the Saturday, we got the Sunday. I mean, last week I went to Paris, right? So I went to Paris in a weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was awesome. I can definitely recommend this. Oh. Let's check CCIV now. I will sleep straight until Monday, until the markets open up. Oh, come on. I'm cooking pasta tomorrow for friends and going to a small concert. That's pretty sick. That's nice. I'll sell my kidney to buying more Neo. I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, I remember Neo being like $1. For a good time, for a good chunk of time, Neo stock was like $1. You should have been in Paris for the Tour de France. Yeah. I mean, there was some news coming out recently that the Eiffel Tower is opening up. And so when I was in Paris last weekend, it wasn't open. So that kind of sucks. I'm thinking about flying to the Netherlands and knocking on Gara's door. Oh. Yeah, you can do that. You can try. We should... Good, that was a quiet sneeze. Yeah, it was a quiet sneeze. I think I muted my microphone. Can you review PDD? Gara, please. Gara got Neo for 1.2 and sold it when it went to 13.7. I remember Stockmo being at like below 10,000 subs. I commented on one of his Tesla stock videos, and I think I commented cap something around that. Like I didn't believe him because he made things kind of seem very positive and everything, but the stock went down a lot and it kept going down. So I do remember something like that. His channel blew up like insanely. Absolutely. Matt Kors. Also with Matt Kors, he had like 7,000 subs. I remember, I think my channel had like 16,000 subs, and he started like making videos about AMC and GME and everything. I was like, damn, why are you doing that? And guess what? He has 350,000 subs now. I personally could have done the same thing. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the whole meme stock saga. I think it was very risky and actually quite irresponsible in some sense. But, you know, it was exciting, I guess. Lots of people lost their money with AMC and GME. But I think in hindsight, I'm still very happy that I'm doing the things I'm doing. And there are more exciting things coming ahead, especially when I'm going to be in my own apartment in roughly 2 weeks. Stockmo's cat can predict better than me or than Stockmo. Stockmo makes about $200,000 per month on Patreon. He just talks about popular stocks. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? He's doing pretty well. Let's see. What is going on with Tesla? I mean, what is going on with the market? It's not just Tesla, it's just the market right now. Let's see. AMC. Lucid trading. What are your entry targets to get into NVIDIA? NVIDIA. Probably 680. 670, 680. CCIV dips again. Are you confident it will be rebounding next week? I'm pretty confident. Yeah. Fairly confident. Oh, oops. So are you going to review PDD or not? PDD. Let me check. What the hell is this? Why is their market cap so high? Retail trade. Oh, okay. No, that doesn't make sense. What the hell? What do they sell? What the? Why is their market cap so high? This makes no sense. This company has way too high of a market cap. Nobody knows about this company, yet it has a market cap of 140 billion. What? And they're losing money. This is making no sense. This is making no freaking sense. Their market cap is not 140 billion. What the hell? It's the largest agriculture-focused technology platform in China. Agriculture. You what, mate? Oh, agriculture-focused technology platform. Well, there we go. Still, I mean, for how much revenue they have for an agricultural stock, I mean, and they're losing money. It's not like they have profits, although they. So it's a. I'm confused by this stock. I'll have to probably do some more research on this because it seems strange for it to be sitting at a 140 billion market cap with only 8 billion in revenue. Especially because it was sitting way higher. It was almost sitting at a 300 billion market cap. That is insane. With 8 billion revenue. The hell? I don't like this stock. It looks like it's going to rebound, though. Well, it's maybe because... Okay, I figured out why it's so hot. It went from, 250 million, 2 billion, 4 billion, 8 billion. Hey, you see the pattern? People might be projecting that they're going to see 16 billion. I mean, it might be the case. Look at that, 3.4 billion in Q1 of 2021. So if that is the case, then it's probably going to rebound. But what we forget here is, look at this. They're burning so much cash now. Like, they're burning more and more cash as they're growing. That's not a good idea here. It should be the opposite. Yeah, this earnings was bad, probably. Yeah, this company's kind of... I mean, it was so overvalued. So incredibly overvalued. I think it's going to drop all the way. Probably. Back to the 70s. I see it going back to like $100 billion valuation, to be honest. I mean, they're losing a lot more money now. So yeah. Do the 70s. Oh, what a weird way to end this day. It started off bearish. No, it started off bullish and then it ended up bearish. After just a horrible week. I mean, look at what happened for Virgin Galactic, for example. This is Virgin Galactic's week. down. Let's see, CCIV all the way down. Tesla all the way down. Same thing for Neo. And then you have big tech just skyrocketing. Well, what are your thoughts on Apple? Will it bounce back next week and hit 150 plus? It's certainly possible. Yeah, NLSD is up still. Up 5.7%. What a beast of a stock. It's probably going to keep heading upwards. It's just painful to watch at this point. But yeah, we have 5 minutes until the market is going to close. And I mean, so far, I mean, this has been like an interesting, very, very interesting week. Wow. One moment. What is your prediction for next week? I think the beginning of the week could be possibly bearish, maybe Monday. But I think throughout the week it's just going to be stocks are going to shoot up. We've got earnings coming up, so there's no way stocks are going to go down from there. Unless, you know, the 10-year shoots or something bad would have to happen for the stock market to suddenly come down. Hey, Gara, what do you think of Meet Kevin? I used to watch him all the time. But recently, since he's been going into politics, I quit watching him. I think he's leveraging his YouTube for his political career. I don't really like that. We have about 2 minutes, by the way. Darn it, man. Yeah, people are still selling off. Also, why does this course cost like $5,000 or like $10,000? It's pretty expensive. Yeah, 1 minute left. The thing is, he's like a multi-millionaire, right? He has got like 50 million or something. Yet his courses are still really expensive. It's like, you think, hey, I freaking made it. You can have my course. You guys made me big. Nope. In fact, I think I saw last time he's making his courses even more expensive. Which is like, I think that's the most ungrateful thing you could do. But that's just my opinion. I don't hate the rich. It's just I think that particular move that he made. So the market is now officially closed. That was it. That was the market for today. Looks like we didn't get much of a move at the end of the day. Yeah, the Russell down almost... I think the Russell's pretty much down 10% from the all-time high. 9.5%. Alright, so the Russell's down a boatload. We got the NASDAQ down. It's just awful amounts. 2%. S&P down a percentage point. Dow Jones down a percentage point. I think the selling could continue into next week. Probably beginning of the week, and then we should be able to see the stocks go up throughout that week until the end of the week. Let's hope. Let's hope for the best. I think right now anything could happen, right? I mean, Janet Yellen last time, yesterday after the market closed, suddenly coming out saying that the inflation is going to be rampant. And I forgot the bell, but yeah, that market is now closed. Ding, 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 ding. Right. All right, I think that was it. I'm gonna be hanging out with some friends of mine. Gonna have a good time and probably discuss some stocks. But this was it. We were live for about 2 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit and smash the like. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Make sure you subscribe. That would be awesome. And check the social media. We have Instagram. We got Twitter. There is a Discord community that you can be part of. The links are they're all in the description. You can check it out there. And we've got this special course that we're giving 40% discount on. It only costs $5,000. Only $5,000 right now with the discount. Else it costs me. It costs you guys $7,000. I'm just joking. Did a Meet Kevin impression. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Imagine having like 50 million net worth and selling courses that are worth 5,000 to people that are trying to make it in life. It's gonna leave it like that, and then after getting the money for the courses, investing it into politics. To each their own, right? I don't really watch Meet Kevin anymore. But yeah, I mean, still a great guy. It's just my opinion. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll be back very soon, probably on Monday, and it's going to be action-packed. Also, I'll have to let you know, I'm going to go to Germany, not next week, but the week after, just so you know. The live streams are going to be a little bit inconsistent in that week, specifically, but that should be the last holiday I'm going to be having for the next 4 or 5 months. But that's going to be the week of the 23rd until the 30th. I'm going to have to meet some friends in Germany and some family that I have there. I'll try to do a live stream here and there, or maybe upload some videos. I'll be a little bit creative that week. But yeah, next week we'll be live every single day. It's going to be no problem. It's going to be the week after. So will be interesting how that's going to be like, but should be fine. Sign me up. All right. Why don't you have courses to teach? We're working on. I'm working on a website right now, actually, with a good friend of mine. He's programming the website. I'm doing some research on how to properly educate through stock to courses around stocks. The idea right now is to upload it on the website. I think it's going to cost roughly 300 to about 500 max. Probably around 300, to be honest. I don't want it to be too expensive. I want it to be accessible. I think it's going to offer the same information that's going to be offered by a Meet Kevin or a Stockmo or whatever, the essentials. The plan is to be releasing that somewhere at the latter part of the year. I mean, plenty of YouTubers are offering courses. I think the idea right now is that you like to get the courses from that specific YouTuber because you watch that YouTuber. But yeah, I'm gonna be offering a course down the road probably about just overall technical analysis, fundamental analysis for stocks, and just the stock market, and yeah, I'll probably be doing a giveaway for that too, so it's gonna be pretty cool. And then you're gonna be watching me like in the videos, like Stock Guru, just be like, what is it? Make sure you check out the stock course. It's in the link is in the description. You get a discount of 30% every single video. I'm not so sure whether I'm gonna do that, but there's definitely gonna be a course out probably at the end of the year. Say you love us. We love you, brother. I always say that, don't I? I say this almost every week. I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the reason I am doing what I love every single day. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Smash that like. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Have a very, very great weekend. And we'll see each other on Monday. And hopefully stocks will not crash down further throughout the next week. I think it should be fine. But you never know. We could see another Janet Yellen just talking BS out of nowhere and just making the markets go down. We'll see. All right. Have a good weekend. This was Lucid Trading, and I'll be back in a couple days. And like I said, the week after we'll be in Germany. We'll probably be uploading videos and live streams at that time just to cover my butt. All right. Cheers, everybody. I'll be seeing you very soon.